I'm really glad you've said that, because I think it catches a question that's just come in from the chat room about that tension between wanting to just sit and hear the child
Mm.
and listen to them, and how much do we need to know about maybe like the scenery, as you're saying,
Yeah.
what has been the child's history, what
Mm.
surrounds them in the context that we're working with them in terms of other professionals, and I wonder
Well,
what your experience would tell you in terms of that tension. Or,
well, I think it's a really good question, and I think it doesn't matter where you are in this work, you will always be weighing that up. It doesn't matter whether you're new to working with children or whether you're moderately experienced or very experienced. We are always weighing the same things up.
right? Yes.
So I think if you've got, we've already established, if you happen to have a child in the room who's able to talk to you about their experience, that's you're really winning for a kick-off.
Yes.
And you really do want to listen to everything that they're saying to you and work with them on that. But I think you have to weigh in the balance, the age of the child and their ability to represent their experience,
Yeah.
and the developmental stage of the child, and who the people are around them,
Yeah.
and where that child is in relation to you understanding more about their lives. And I think you have to talk with them about that. So I will, if I think I need to know more, I will say to children, I'd really like to try and understand a bit more. Would you mind if I try to talk to somebody to understand a little bit more about, something, some aspect, or even some aspect that perhaps a child can't remember. So
Yeah.
children don't always remember their entire history. Um, so I think you've got to really, really take it very carefully and contract each layer of it so that you're not, overwhelming the child's autonomy in the session,
Yeah.
because that's terribly important, and it's a brilliant achievement. And to have a young person in a session in an autonomous way is absolutely an achievement, and you don't want to spoil that in any way.
Yeah. So
So
yeah,
you
having built that trust
feel,
with a young person in the midst of all the difficulties that they're
yeah,
experiencing,
yeah,
so
you don't.
valuable. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to spoil it. And I think that really did dedicate in the book the pentagon shape with the sort of 5 aspects in the central core. Um, I think that the very first level was the child and all the different aspects to take into consideration. And I think it is an evaluative job for us.
Mm.
You know,
Mhm.
do I need to focus on a one-to-one session, or am I going to need to take on board more? And I think the other thing, of course, is actually keeping people out of the sessions.
Right. Okay.
you know,
Just as hard then.
sometimes you have a whole troop of people who are, perhaps
Mm.
got an investment, and sort of like closing the door and saying, no, this child needs space. So we are having to evaluate that all the time. I don't think there's an easy answer to it, except to say, do take the time to evaluate it very, very carefully, both, for your client, but for yourself. And also, in obviously supervision is very helpful for that too,
Yeah.
because jumping the gun, getting information over a child's head could be quite destructive
Yeah.
in terms of their autonomy.
So to think really carefully about how we engage with those other people who are in the
Yeah,
child's
yeah,
context as well
yeah,
is really
yeah.
important.